The Shadows of Power, a glimpse into the sexual scandals of American leadership. Throughout American history, the presidency and high offices have been revered, symbolizing authority and respect. Yet, these positions, occupied by individuals prone to human flaws, have not been immune to controversies that tarnish reputations and evoke public scrutiny. Sexual scandals, in particular, have uniquely undermined public trust and spotlighted the private indiscretions of those in the limelight. This video explores notable instances where American leaders were caught in scandals, shedding light on the complexities of their legacies. Number 1. Thomas Jefferson and the Sally Hemings controversy. The controversy surrounding Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, and Sally Hemings, one of his slaves at Monticello, has long intrigued historians and the public alike. Sally Hemings, c. 1773-1835, was a mixed-race enslaved woman owned by Jefferson, and evidence suggests she was the half-sister of Jefferson's wife, Martha Wayles Jefferson, making the situation even more complex. The speculation that Jefferson fathered children with Hemings dates back to articles published in 1802 by journalist James T. Callender, who accused Jefferson of keeping Hemings as his concubine and fathering several children with her. For centuries, Jefferson's descendants and some historians vehemently denied these claims. The turning point in this controversy came in 1998 when a DNA study published in the journal Nature showed a genetic link between the Jefferson male lineage and Eston Hemings, one of Sally Hemings's children. This evidence, combined with historical documents, has led many scholars to conclude that Jefferson was indeed the father of several of Hemings's children. This revelation has prompted a re-evaluation of Jefferson's legacy, juxtaposing his public declarations of liberty with his private actions that contradicted those ideals. Number 2. Grover Cleveland's illegitimate child scandal. Grover Cleveland, the 22nd and 24th President of the United States, faced a significant scandal during his 1884 presidential campaign. The controversy erupted when it was revealed that he may have fathered an illegitimate child with Maria Halpin in 1874. Cleveland, known for his reputation as an honest and moral leader, confronted the allegations head-on, a move considered unusual for the time. Cleveland admitted to a relationship with Halpin and to arranging for the child's support and care, though he never explicitly admitted paternity. The scandal was encapsulated in the infamous campaign chant, "Ma, Ma, where's my pa?" Despite the potential damage to his reputation, Cleveland's transparency and the way he addressed the allegations head-on were credited with helping him weather the scandal. Ultimately, Cleveland won the presidency, and his supporters famously responded to the taunting chant with, "Gone to the White House, ha, ha, ha," after his victory. Number 3. Warren G. Harding in multiple affairs. Warren G. Harding, the 29th President of the United States, was known for his charismatic personality and popularity. However, his reputation was marred by revelations of multiple extramarital affairs. Two of the most notable affairs were with Nan Britton and Carrie Fulton Phillips. Nan Britton published a book in 1927 titled The President's Daughter, claiming that she had a long-term affair with Harding and that he was the father of her daughter, Elizabeth Ann. For decades, Britton's claims were met with skepticism, but recent genetic testing has provided evidence supporting her assertion. Carrie Fulton Phillips is known to have had a lengthy affair with Harding that lasted from approximately 1905 to 1920, during his time as a U.S. Senator and through his presidential campaign. The affair with Phillips was kept under wraps until the 1960s when letters written by Harding to Phillips were discovered, revealing the depth of their relationship. Number 4. John F. Kennedy's numerous affairs. John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, who served from January 20, 1961, until his assassination on November 22, 1963, was famously involved in several extramarital affairs, marking a significant yet controversial aspect of his personal life. Among his numerous liaisons, Kennedy's connections with celebrities, such as the iconic actress Marilyn Monroe, stand out. Rumors of their involvement gained traction after Monroe's sultry rendition of Happy Birthday to Kennedy at a Madison Square Garden fundraiser on May 19, 1962, though concrete evidence of their affair has remained elusive and subject to speculation. In addition to Monroe, Kennedy is alleged to have been involved with women connected to the mob, including Judith Campbell Exner, who later claimed to have been the mediator between Kennedy and mob bosses. These relationships were meticulously hidden from public view during his presidency by a loyal team of aides and the complicit silence of the press at the time. The full extent of Kennedy's affairs has only emerged in the years following his death, casting a complex shadow over his legacy as a beloved and charismatic leader. Number 5. Bill Clinton and the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Bill Clinton, the 42nd President of the United States, found his presidency marred by an infamous scandal involving Monica Lewinsky, a White House intern. The affair came to light in January 1998, leading to a media frenzy and a political crisis that culminated in Clinton's impeachment in December of that year. Clinton was charged with perjury and obstruction of justice by the House of Representatives, stemming from his false testimony about the nature of his relationship with Lewinsky during a deposition in the Paula Jones lawsuit. Despite the impeachment, Clinton was acquitted by the Senate in February 1999 and remained in office until the end of his second term. The scandal had a lasting impact on the nation's political landscape, redefining the boundaries of personal and public morality in politics and sparking a nationwide debate on power dynamics and sexual misconduct. Number 6. Gary Hart and the Donna Rice affair. Gary Hart, a leading Democratic presidential candidate for the 1988 election, faced a dramatic downfall due to revelations of his extramarital affair with Donna Rice. Hart's political demise began in May 1987 when the Miami Herald published a report about Rice's overnight visit to Hart's Washington, D.C. townhouse, challenging Hart's previous dare to the press to follow him and prove allegations of infidelity. The most damning evidence of Hart's indiscretion emerged with photographs of Donna Rice sitting on Hart's lap aboard the yacht Monkey Business, taken during a trip to Bimini over the Easter weekend in 1987. The scandal led to Hart's withdrawal from the presidential race on May 8, 1987, derailing his campaign and altering the course of American political history. Hart's fall from grace underscored the growing influence of personal character and media scrutiny in political campaigns, setting a precedent for the coverage of personal scandals in American politics. Number 7. Arthur Brown, a scandal ending in tragedy. Arthur Brown, a United States Senator from Utah, found himself at the center of a lethal love triangle that would ultimately lead to his death, a stark testament to the personal and political dangers posed by private indiscretions. Brown was involved in a long-term extramarital affair with Madison Bradley, who bore him 2 children. The affair took a deadly turn due to Brown's infidelity not with his wife, but with Bradley herself, by engaging in another affair. This complex web of relationships culminated in a tragic confrontation in 1906 when Bradley, driven by jealousy and despair over Brown's refusal to leave his wife and marry her, shot him in a Washington, D.C. hotel. Brown succumbed to his injuries a few days later. Bradley was tried for Brown's murder, but she was acquitted on the grounds of temporary insanity. This case highlighted not only the personal risks inherent in such relationships but also the potential for scandal to engulf and ultimately destroy political careers. Number 8. Franklin D. Roosevelt, affairs behind the presidency. Franklin D. Roosevelt, renowned for his New Deal policies and leadership during critical periods of American history, also led a complicated personal life marked by extramarital affairs. His relationship with Lucy Mercer, discovered by Eleanor Roosevelt in 1918, fundamentally changed their marriage into a political partnership. Despite this, FDR maintained relationships with other women, including his secretary Missy Lohan and confidant Daisy Suckley. These aspects of his life, kept from the public eye during his presidency, have since emerged, revealing a complex figure whose personal and political lives were deeply intertwined, yet meticulously managed to avoid scandal. Number 9. Anthony Weiner's sexting scandals. Anthony Weiner's political career was marred by multiple sexting scandals. The first significant incident occurred in May 2011 when he accidentally posted a lewd photo of himself on Twitter, leading to his resignation from Congress in June 2011 after admitting to sending explicit messages to several women. Weiner attempted a comeback in the 2013 New York City mayoral race, only for it to be derailed by new revelations of sexting under the pseudonym Carlos Danger. The scandals took on broader political significance in 2016 when an FBI investigation into Weiner's sexting with a minor led to the discovery of emails related to Hillary Clinton's private server on a laptop he shared with his wife, Huma Abedin, a close aide to Clinton. This discovery impacted the 2016 presidential election, contributing to the scrutiny of Clinton's campaign. Weiner was sentenced to 21 months in federal prison in September 2017 for sexting with a 15-year-old girl, highlighting the severe consequences of his actions. Number 10. Newt Gingrich's marital infidelities. Newt Gingrich, the Speaker of the House from 1995 to 1999, admitted to an affair with Callista Bisek while he was married to his second wife and leading the impeachment of President Bill Clinton over the Lewinsky scandal. The affair, which began in 1993 and lasted until Gingrich's resignation in 1999, highlighted a stark hypocrisy in his public persona versus his private actions. Gingrich's conduct, especially given his role in the Clinton impeachment for similar moral failures, significantly impacted his political legacy and contributed to his resignation. Number 11. Eliot Spitzer's involvement with prostitutes. Eliot Spitzer, governor of New York until 2008, resigned after being revealed as a client of a high-end prostitution ring, the Emperor's Club VIP. Known as Client 9, Spitzer's involvement contrasted sharply with his Sheriff of Wall Street persona, under which he had prosecuted corruption and illegal prostitution activities as Attorney General. His resignation on March 17, 2008, marked a dramatic fall from grace for Spitzer, who had been considered a rising star in the Democratic Party. The scandal underscored the consequences of hypocrisy and illegal behavior for public officials.